Did you know girls hate it when you act too nervous around them? Or maybe you didn't know you should stop what you're doing and listen when she tries to talk to you. Well, those two things are nothing, because by the end of this video, you're gonna have 12 things that you should never do in front of a girl because they hate these things. And if you simply fix these things, it will completely change the luck that you're having with women. But I will warn you, the last one is the most important and ties all of the other ones together and will make sure that you never make these mistakes again. Number one, being too serious and not having a sense of humor. There is a big push right now to be stoic, but a lot of people get this confused or simply take it too far. Being stoic doesn't mean that you turn into a robot or into a statue. And being too serious all the time is a major red flag for women because they want somebody that has a sense of humor, that can have fun, and is not too serious all the time. Being stoic means that you have a strong demeanor and that you can control your emotions at a moment's notice. And note that word, control emotions, not be absent of emotions. And this is an important distinction. It's the control of emotions through difficulty, through hard times, and through trials and things that happen that make you stoic. An absence of emotions at all times just makes you a sociopath. You need to live, you need to laugh, have fun, make jokes. You can't take yourself and life too seriously all the time. Otherwise, I guarantee you, she will lose interest immediately. And this is almost as bad as number two, whining. No woman wants a whiner and a complainer for a boyfriend or a husband. And I cannot stress this enough. If you whine and complain about your job, your relationships, your family, your money, in life in general, or whatever is going on for you, it is unbelievably unattractive. Whining is not a man's emotion, it's a child's emotion. And the sad reality is it's way more common than you would think, and you're probably guilty of this. And I'm gonna say something that might be a little controversial, but you need to hear it. With the economy the way that it is right now, politics aside, do you find yourself complaining about gas prices, grocery prices, all the bills that you have, everything getting more expensive with inflation, the price of rent, housing costs, all that kind of stuff? Well, guess what? Nobody cares. And this is just the reality of how things are right now. Everybody else is complaining about it. We all know. We all know what the gas prices are. We all know that the grocery bills are going up. Complaining about it does absolutely nothing. So if you want to be like everybody else, go ahead and complain. If you want to be different, stand out from the crowd, stand out to women, stop complaining about it. And guess what? The only thing that you can control is, the only thing that you can do about it. I'll tell you what you can do to fix those gas prices for you. Make more money. That's it. That's the only thing that you can actually do to fix the situation for yourself. Complaining about it, complaining about the inflation, complaining about the prices, it's not gonna do anything for you. And I know that most people don't wanna hear that, but think about how much more attractive that is to a woman who's looking for a man to be able to take care of her, to solve problems, and not whine and complain about everything that happens. So just ask yourself, does the woman that you want somebody that would whine and complain, or does she want a problem solver? Exactly, that's what I thought. Now this goes hand in hand with number three, laziness. Huge red flag for girls, especially for good ones. This is the exact opposite of what a good woman wants. Which I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you do want a good woman, not a loser. If you're lazy, don't want to work out, comfortable getting fat and living a mediocre life, why would she want you? And in what way are you showing her that you're going to be able to protect her, take care of her, provide for her? How are you showing her these things that she needs from you in a relationship? And what if you and her both want a family in the future and you're just a lazy person? How are you going to be able to provide not only for yourself and her, but a full entire family? If you are lazy, you will never be the type of good husband and father that a good woman will want to spend the rest of her life with. Now, something else that tells her a lot about you immediately is number four, bad body language. One of the most unattractive things to a girl is small, curled up, constricted body language. And on the opposite end, one of the most attractive things is strong, capable, confident body language. How do you think that a girl is going to be turned on and attracted to a weak, small body language? Women want someone that is strong and capable. Now, I know there's some girls that are like, oh, I don't need no man. Good, thank you. We don't want you anyways. We're not talking about you. Fantastic. Now, body language is interesting because it's one of the few things that gives people immediate feedback into who we are. Before you even open your mouth, before you've even fully interacted with them, we read body language subconsciously and we start to form conclusions and judgments and opinions about people within 3 seconds of taking a single look at them. So if you have bad body language that makes you unattractive, you will never stand a chance, because before she even gets to know your wonderful personality, you're already unattractive. But don't worry too much, all of these things can be fixed, and that's why you're watching this video. Now, something else that women find repulsive is number 5, dishonesty. If you're an adult and still a dishonest person, I don't even know if you can fully call yourself a man at that point. Dishonesty is disgusting, and women think the same thing. And one of the things that women want the most from a man is to feel safe. But as men, we typically think of physical safety and financial safety a lot of the time, but we overlook often emotional safety, which is one of their top priorities. Women these days, you know it, I know it, are so worried about guys doing something stupid, cheating on them, walking out on them, not being faithful, talking bad about them, insulting them, making them feel bad about themselves, hurting their self-esteem and their confidence, lying to them, or being fake and acting like someone they're not, only to find out later that they're a completely different person than they initially thought. Unfortunately, it is a very big and very common problem, which sucks because emotional safety is one of the most attractive things that will have her coming back to you and staying with you for a long time. Emotional safety is when she can trust you completely, give herself up to you completely, when she feels like she can tell you anything, when she doesn't have to worry or even have in the back of her mind that you might be fooling around with someone on the side, or you might be lying to her, or you might be unfaithful, or you might be this or that. When she doesn't have any of those worries, if you can be someone that gives her absolute and complete emotional safety so that she feels like you will never hurt her, and that is the truth, I wanna stress that it has to be the truth, you have to be that kind of man for her, she will give herself up to you completely. Emotional safety is absolutely crucial and very commonly overlooked in a relationship. And another thing that ruins her attraction to you is number 6, having no vision. If you don't have a strong, big, exciting vision for yourself, your life, and by extension, her life, it is very likely that she will be less attracted to you than she could be. Having a big vision and a big purpose for yourself and your life is something that people in general are drawn to and attracted to, not just women. It pulls people in, makes you exciting, and makes you interesting. And interesting is attractive. It gives you confidence and it gives you charisma, giving you that magnetic presence that we hear about. If you simply strive for a mediocre life and she wants something more, excitement, danger, passion, she likely won't feel like she can find that with you because she can't. And let's be honest, do you want the woman of your dreams settling for average, or do you want the best for her? And you won't be able to give her the best if you don't overcome number 7, stress. As a man, it's not about never being stressed. You should always be pushing yourself, always be going for more, to be better, to build yourself up, and that requires stress because you're gonna be out of your comfort zone. It's all about how you handle the stress. If you allow stress to overwhelm you to the point where you can't function, you can't think, you can't get out of bed or do simple tasks and attack your goals relentlessly, in order to accomplish that big vision that you have, that is a problem. If you can't take care of yourself and think of solutions to the problems that you face, how are you going to be able to take care of her? And this is the reality of what she's thinking and what she's measuring you up against. If you get stressed and you can't control your emotions in those situations, that is extremely unattractive to her. She wants to feel like she can depend on you completely. And if you can't handle the stress and you can't think and you get overwhelmed and you get emotional and angry when the stresses of life start to come at you, she's never gonna feel like she can depend on you. Now, stress being unattractive is nothing though compared to this next one. Neediness. If you are overly needy, overly interested, always begging for her attention, double, triple texting her before she texts back, just begging for it, that is absolutely unattractive. It shows a major lack of self-value and is a complete turnoff. As with most things, there's kind of a healthy balance to this, but if you're smothering her and overdoing it, she's never gonna wanna be with you and it will just completely drive her away. It shows her that you are weak and not worthy of her time because you are seeking for her attention, for her validation, to be happy. And if you don't value yourself, why would she value you? And speaking of looking weak, that's exactly what this next one is. Weakness. I'm not saying you have to be some big, tough, super strong, macho guy that is never vulnerable and never shows emotions at all. But just like being a whiny person, being a weak person overall is extremely unattractive. And this goes into every area of your life: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. If you are weak in any of these areas, it makes you less attractive than you could be. I'll say it again, women want someone that is strong and capable. You need to have the character that makes her feel safe in every aspect. Make her feel that you can take care of her and that you are someone worthy of her respect in every area. Speaking of respect, you know what loses it immediately? Number 10, bad hygiene. And this isn't just how you smell, while that's important too, but it's how you present yourself as a whole. Are you a clean person? Keep your clothes clean and washed, brush your teeth, comb your hair if you have some, trim your beard, shower. And this isn't just on your person either. It's around your home, in your car. Make sure it's clean, tidy. Make sure your home is not a mess, that you clean up after yourself. You need to be a clean, hygienic person. Overall, you just want to make sure that you look put together, because if you're not, it will make you way less attractive. Just like number 11, chaos. How much do you have your life in order? And I'll tell you right now, as someone that is married with multiple kids, I have zero sympathy for people that are young, single, have a steady job, that complain that they are too busy or they don't have time to get their house cleaned or do this or that, because really they're just wasting their time. I have zero. How do you not have things together when it's just you? It doesn't make any sense. Clean your room, clean your house, clean the bathroom. It's disgusting. Clean up your car, get the trash out of it. Keep things tidy. Eliminate the chaos from your life. Get your together. It's very simple. Get yourself and your life in order, because if you and everything surrounding you is filled with chaos, she can see that you are a chaotic person, and that makes you less attractive. And finally, the most important thing making you less attractive, number 12, a lack of confidence. This one is so important because confidence is one of the most attractive things to women. Confident people usually have less chaos around them because they're not afraid to take on and overcome problems. They certainly don't have bad hygiene, so they always look good and feel good. Confidence also shows many signs of strength in a lot of different ways, the opposite of showing weakness. And the more confident you are, the less needy you become, because you know who you are, you know what you stand for, you have confidence in yourself, and so you don't need the validation of people outside of yourself. You have less stress because self-confident people know that they can overcome any challenge and that it will turn out okay. That's just who they are. You have a massive vision for yourself and for your life, and that's part of what will give you more self-confidence. And if you are self-confident, you will carry yourself differently and have strong, confident body language. Having a massive amount of self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth is something that women are programmed to look for. And simply put, if you don't have it, you are less attractive. Now that you know what makes you less attractive to women, you need to know Jordan Peterson's advice to fix your life before it's too late, which is exactly why I made this next video. I'll see you over there.